Alrighty, welcome. Happy full moon. So today we're going to work with this full moon in Aries that is officially tomorrow, right? It's tomorrow, right? I'm already feeling it. Somebody hit my car already today. I was like, ooh, people are going crazy out here today. Let me give you the exact time of the full moon. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Well, really, it's tonight into tomorrow morning. It's 3:57 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow morning. So we are very much in that full moon. And this is a full moon in Aries. Aries, it can be a little impulsive. Aries can be a little hot. It can be fiery. So if you're feeling a little agitated, you're feeling a little irritated, you want to like get in a fight for no reason. That's a little bit of the energy of this full moon. Now, we can take that energy and we can, we could get in a fight. Somebody bumps into our car, we can get out and give them a fight, or we can channel that energy into our practice. And the way that I work with these moons is different depending on what shows up and what wants to be worked with. But this full moon, we're kind of counterbalancing it, right? It's a little reactive, might be a little agitated, might be a little irritated. And I should say that's the full moon, but there's also a little bit more playing into that, which is at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming into fall, we're in late summer, we're kind of in the very beginning of fall, late summer. It's still not cool. And we've been experiencing heat for a while. So our bodies have a lot of excess fire element within them. And if they have a lot of excess fire element in them, you might feel a little more irritable. You might feel a little more irritated. I've had a lot of people in class come up and say, I'm really agitated. I'm really pissed off. Da, da, da. And I'm like, that's pretty normal right now. So be aware that you're not stoking those flames. Make sure that you're getting lots of rest. Make sure that you're eating still things that are cooling and not too overheating, staying away from a lot of spicy things, a lot of nightshades, a lot of cruciferous vegetables also a lot of them can create a lot of heat. So eating things that are more neutral and watching things that are more neutral, just anything you're absorbing, things that are more neutral. So you're not adding to that reactivity, knowing that your body already has a lot of heat in it. And since it started to cool down, it's starting to release the heat, right? So we have that aspect adding heat, and then we have this full moon adding a little bit of intensity and heat to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of counterbalance that so that you can actually use this energy and focus this energy of the full moon in Aries for very powerful purposes, which is that this full moon is not a solar or lunar eclipse, but we're pretty much entering. This is kind of like our entrance into eclipse season. The new moon after this in Libra is an eclipse and is actually visible here in the Northern Hemisphere. And then 2 weeks after that, we have the full moon, and it's the full moon. It's the full moon, and it's the full moon in Taurus, and that's also an eclipse, and it's kind of the ending of the series of eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio. So this full moon in Aries is an opportunity for us not to be reactive, not to be impulsive, but to connect with our own pulse, to connect with our own rhythm, to connect with our own inner knowing. That's what this Aries archetype is really good at, is just knowing exactly what it needs to do and doing it, not second guessing itself, not over-analyzing it, not getting stuck in decision making, but saying, hey, you know what? I know who I am. I know what I am. I know what I'm doing. And bam, I'm just going to go forward. I'm going to do it. And as a collective, this is what we are working on. As a collective, we're stepping out of over concern of, oh, what happens if I quit my job? What will my boss think? What will blah, blah, blah think? What did my mom tell me when I was a kid about working and working hard and da, 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 da. Or oh, I'm in this relationship and I'm giving everything I got, and what am I, what am I getting out of this? I need to be getting something out of this. This is an opportunity. The Aries energy is freeing. It allows us more freedom. It allows us more space to be ourselves. And so over this time, when the North Node is in Aries, which happened in the spring and will continue for another 12 months or so, we are working on our own self-agency, our own authority, our own courage to say, this doesn't work for me. I need this. That's not the way that we've been working this relationship. We got to make some adjustments because I need a little bit more space. And that can be in personal relationships, that can be in business relationships, anything with the other. This is what we're really working with the Libra Aries polarity, the axis of Libra and Aries is we're working with self and other. What do I need? How do I support the other? And how do we find balance and harmony within that? So what we're going to do with our practice is we're going to take you out of action and reaction, right? Because the shadow side of Aries could be somebody hits my car, I'm just at my brink, I'm going to flip out. Something happens, I'm just, you know what? I've been holding this down for years. I've been wanting to tell you this, blah, 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 right? And it comes out as anger, and it comes out with daggers on it, right? It comes out to like fight, right? And we don't want that. We don't want to have the reactive, angry version of Aries. We want to have the joyful, courageous, bold aspects of Aries. So we want to, the meditation that we're going to do is take us from being impulsive, to our pulse, knowing your own self, knowing your own rhythm, being so in connection with your own rhythm that no one's going to throw you off. Whatever happens to you, you know that it's all this unraveling for you to know yourself more, for you to share yourself more, for you to express yourself more. And any little bumps in the road, you just see as another opportunity to practice, another opportunity to show up in a more authentic way, another way to present more of yourself, to share more of your life. And so when you're connected to your impulse, you don't have to do that other stuff. You don't have to do the fight. You don't have to be agitated. You don't have to be irritated. You get to rest in your own being. And we're going to kind of counteract the intensity of this full moon with our meditation today, which helps us to, it's called Meditation to Balance Pulse and Impulse. And it's one of these older ones. And I particularly loved it because it's in one of these really old manuals that's kind of like just typed up on a typewriter and then bound. And I liked it because there was a messy spot on it. And I thought that was very Aries. Aries full moon is not about perfect. Aries is not perfectionism, right? It's not about getting it perfect, right? That's what we're kind of moving away from. Libra is obsessed with getting it perfect and getting it absolutely right. Aries says, just try it. I'm always like, it's 1.0. Try 1.0. And then when you get 1.0 together, you can do 2.0. When you get 2.0 together, you can do 3.0. But it's just about trying it out, doing it, and seeing what happens, right? It's not about holding yourself back and waiting for the perfect moment. That now's the perfect moment. Now the perfect moment to act. Okay, so we're going to move a little bit. Typically with these full moons, I do a little bit more subdued stretching, but we need to move because it is this full moon in Aries. So I need your body to move a little bit. So we're going to do some warm-up exercises just to get the body open, just to get this energy moving. Because if we don't move it, then it's going to start to irritate you from the inside out, and you're going to try to project it out in another way later on, and maybe not in the way that you want to. And then we're going to do this meditation that will really start to create a little more consciousness and awareness of self, and then how you bring that out into the world. So let's go ahead and get started by tuning in. Hey, Maria, welcome. We're gonna rub the palms. I got some good light behind me right now. I got some good gong. You're gonna rub the palms. Go ahead and close the eyes. And just start to ask yourself, why are you showing up today? What is it that you're showing up for in your practice? Letting those hands come together. Maybe you have a really clear idea. Maybe it's a question. Maybe you're just here to be a little more present with yourself. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel that heart lift. Feel the shoulder blades relax down the back. Feel the fingers point up towards the ceiling. And then feel that pressure. The right hand pressing into the left and the left pressing into the right. Starting to move beyond polarity, but beyond opposites. And starting to find that place of oneness within yourself. We'll tune in with the opening mantras. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Chant it 3 times to connect with and resonate that inner space, that inner knowing, that inner guidance. Take a deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Good, nice, deep, full breath in. Sip a little bit more breath at the top. Hold the breath in. Feel a little bit of pressure between the palms again. With the eyes closed, focus up at the point in between the eyebrows, starting to awaken your higher consciousness, your greater awareness. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale again deeply. Hold the breath in. Anytime you need a pause, something's unsure, you're feeling confused, just hold the breath. And the energy in the body will start to settle and you'll become more focused. Through the nose, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Deep, full breath in. Savor that breath. Give it a hug. Squeeze it. Hold it. Exhale, let it go. Gonna let the hands come down. Let's take a few breaths with the eyes closed before we get moving. Just feeling yourself, noticing if anything's shifted in your sense, in your space, your feeling and sensing from the tune-in. And then go ahead and start to make your way up to standing. We're going to start standing. We're going to start working with this Gyan Mudra, and we're going to work with this Gyan Mudra also in our meditation. So find the tip of the index finger and the tip of the thumb together. The rest of the fingers are straight and together. I see people doing like all kinds of things like this all the time. This is what it is, okay? Fingers are straight, tip of index finger and thumb are together. We're gonna start with this in front of the shoulders. On your inhale, you're gonna reach your arms up overhead and you're gonna lift one knee up to hip height. So inhale, arms up and knee up. Exhale, bring the knee down and then bring the hands down. Inhale, arm and the other legs come up. Exhale, down. So you're marching in place, and every time you inhale, your arms are coming up and one of the knees is coming up. And then the other knee comes up. So just doing a little yogi march in place, starting to warm up the hips, starting to open up the shoulders. So you can really pull those shoulder blades down the back. So you feel this like nice opening and massage of any of that tension in the back of the shoulders. Part of what we want to have is this mission in life. So just decide what your mission is for this practice today, for these next 45 minutes of practice of being with yourself. Maybe your mission is stepping into your light. Maybe your mission is sharing peace. Maybe your mission is to come more from your heart. Maybe your mission is to be more true to yourself, but decide what that mission is and feel like you're a warrior for that mission, this warrior spirit of Aries, being a warrior for this intention. And really starting to deepen the breath. The breath gets so strong on the inhale, and then those hands come down and you really project the breath out. Nice, strong breaths. Good. You already know that you're going to do this longer than you want to because I talked so much in the beginning of the exercise. So you know you're going to keep going for longer than you want, but you're just going to stay steady with it. That steadiness is going to give you greater strength, more patience. It's going to help you to break through whatever blocks you have going on in your life. Get your eyes open. See if you can close the eyes for this last little bit, 20 more seconds. Good. Both feet down, both arms up. Reach the arms up. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. As you exhale, sweep those arms down to the side. Let the arms just come by the side and just rest. Feel your feet solid on the ground. Just take a little pause after that movement, after that march. Just feel the energy circulating around the body now in a different way. Okay, go ahead and come down into a seat now. I'm sitting down. If you have a cushion or you have a pillow, you can just leave that to the side for now. We're going to come sitting down flat for this first exercise, or the second exercise of the day. And then when the third exercise comes, you can use that seat or that cushion. But for now, you can just sit right down on the floor. So we're going to bring our hands onto the shins. Go ahead and grab onto your shins and really hold onto the shins. Use the arms in this exercise. You're going to inhale, pull your heart forward between your shoulders. Exhale, round back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. The chin stays at about the same place, so the head's not, the chin's not going up and down. You're trying to keep it about level, and you're moving from the chin down, and you're finding as much movement in that spine as you can. Bringing that heart as far forward as it'll go, and then rounding the spine back. Nice deep breaths with this. Inhale and exhale. find that rhythm with your body, with your breath, and just keep it consistent. It's like you're riding a horse. It's like you're riding a camel. You're finding that oneness by staying in the rhythm. Inhale, come to center, feel the spine grow tall, feel the top of the head lifting up, feel all the vertebrae making more space. And then exhale, release, relax the breath. Breath comes back to a natural flow in and out through the nose. At this point, you may want to grab for your cushion if you want to stay in easy pose. I like to do twists. We're going to go into twists next. I like to do twists in rock pose. So if you like rock pose, sitting on your heels, your knees together, you can do that. If you want to do it in easy pose, just find a place where your heart can be nice and lifted. Lift that heart up nice and high. Feel that fingers on the front of the shoulders, the thumbs on the back, elbows to the height of the shoulders. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Good. Try to keep that heart lifted. Chin stays slightly in. And again, start to deepen the breath. Deeper breaths in and out. Really cleansing these lungs, clearing these lungs. Beautiful. 20 more seconds, doing your best for these last 20 seconds. Can the spine twist a little bit more? Can you bring in more breath? Can you feel really tall and really regal as you go side to side? Good. Inhale to center. Hold the breath in, feel the heart lift, feel the elbows pull back a little bit. And exhale, go ahead and let the hands come down onto the thighs. If you're not already in easy pose, you can make your way into easy pose. So coming into a cross-legged position. Finding a comfortable seat, go ahead and grabbing that cushion or that pillow, something that you can sit on. We want you to sit up tall. So sitting up tall usually means that you have something that you're sitting on top of, pillow or cushion, so that your knees are not way up above you. You want to get them down. So you just prop yourself up so those knees go down further. Okay. So sitting up nice and tall, we want to be really aware in this that the heart is lifted. That's part of why we're sitting up tall, because otherwise we're already collapsed a little bit. So we want to keep that heart open and lifted. And we want to bring the chin in. The tendency here is that the head kind of drops back and the chin lifts up. We're going to inhale, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, let them drop. Squeeze them up. Exhale, let them drop. Squeeze them up. Drop them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And you move pretty quick with these. It's a pretty quick movement. Good. See if that chin's starting to pop up. Try to keep it in. So you're trying to keep this Jalandhar bun. It's our neck lock. The chin stays in. And the shoulders bounce, 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 bounce. Now you've met your resistance in pretty much every other exercise. This one's not going to be an exception. You're going to gently and lovingly find that place where the shoulders start to get heavier, the places of tension. Now, you're not going to those places of tension to torture yourself or to hurt yourself. You're going into those places of tension because you're ready to let them go. You squeeze those shoulders up because you do this all the time. You're doing this whenever you're stressed out. And now we're just learning to drop them back down again. So keep going, keep practicing that. Lifting up and then dropping them down. Lifting them up, dropping them down. Deep breath to support you. I'm doing it with you so you can see how cool it looks. Almost there, 20 more seconds. Huge breath in. I want you to squeeze those shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze them up a little bit more. Sip a little bit more breath in. Really squeeze. And then exhale, drop those shoulders down, relax the breath. Go ahead and just relax, relax, relax. All right, one more exercise in our warm-ups before we get into this meditation. You might have noticed we've been opening up the energy in the shoulders. Now we're going to use that more open energy in the shoulders to open up the whole energetic field, so that not only do you have energy running through the different parts of your body, not only do you have energy running through the fascia, not only do you have energy running in the meridians and in the joints and in the spine, but we're going to get it to go all the way around you, so that you feel this this holding of yourself, this like hug, this like beautiful egg we get to live in of our aura. So fingertips come to finger pads. Thumbs are away from the rest of the fingers, okay? So this first segment, this is like my mission in Kundalini Yoga, is to have people do this mudra right. Because I don't know how many pictures I see of people doing this. This is not this, it is this, okay? We want to open up this palm. This is the heart center. We want to open up the heart center. So we want to feel kind of a stretch in the heart center that happens when we put our fingers like this. So fingertips to finger pads, thumbs pull away. Go ahead and go straight all the way up and then come down to a 60-degree angle. So this would be 45-degree angles. We're finding 60-degree angles. We're pulling those shoulders down the back. We're lifting the heart. And when you're ready, you're going to start doing breath of fire, pumping the breath in and out through the nose. If you're new to breath of fire, if you've lost the rhythm of breath of fire, just stick your tongue out, pant like a dog. Feel that rhythm, that pulse that happens in the navel of the diaphragm going up and down. Once you get that really strong, you just close the mouth and you start to let that pumping go in and out through the nose. Good, even breath in and out through the nose. Lock those elbows, strong, straight arms.
My light is a beautiful light. It lifts me up and guides me on my way. On this winding road of life, through my stream. Sat Siri, Siri Akam, Siri Akam, Maha Akam, Maha Akam, Satnam Akam, Murit Vaheguru. Sat Siri, Siri Akam, Siri Akam, Maha Akam, Maha Akam, Satnam Akam, Murit Vaheguru. Sat Siri, Siri Akam, Siri Akam.
I guarantee you, whatever resistance you find in the practice is a resistance you would find in your life. Some point in your day, you come into this place of resistance. You're projecting it into your reality. So we practice to move through it consciously, to move through the resistances, to move through the blocks, so that in life we get to experience the flow, get to experience ease.
On this winding road of life, through my stream. My voice is a beautiful voice. It lifts me up and guides me on my way. On this winding road.
Good, lock it in for the last 20 seconds. Keep the breath steady.
My heart is a beautiful heart. It lifts me up and guides me on my way. On this winding.
Good, as you inhale, bring the thumbs together over your head and spread your fingers. Arms are reaching up overhead. Thumbs are touching, fingers are spread. Inhale deeply, really reach up, sip a little bit more breath in, reach up. And then exhale, sweep these arms down to the side, sweeping down, touching the sides of you, touching the earth, touching the ground. First, just noticing, seeing if you feel greater sense of flow, greater sense of movement. And then doing whatever stretch you need, whatever you didn't get from those warm-ups. If you need to move the shoulders a little bit, again, if you need to adjust your seat, whatever you need before we get started with this meditation. So just taking the next several breaths to arrive in your seat, taking care of any needs that you have at this moment. You need to sip some water. Anything needs to be adjusted so that you can really focus in this practice. This meditation is very much about the focus, and especially in the beginning, if you can get through the first little part, you'll kind of lock into it, but you'll see the kind of irritation and the agitation will come to the surface as you kind of unwind what's in the way of being focused, of being patient, of following your own pulse and not being reactive and impulsive. So the eye gaze for this is very important. And the eye gaze can be somewhat tricky for people. So I want to go over it a little bit. The eye gaze is looking at the tip of the nose. This is important because, first of all, it's just focusing the eyes. Our eyes have 4 different nerves. There's 12 cranial nerves. 4 of them are actually attached to the eyes. So 1/3 of all of the nerves that are in the brain are connected to the eyes. So just think about it. If your eyes are like darting all over the place and doing all different things, that's very much going to have a reaction in your brain. So as soon as you kind of lock the eyes in place, so you can really hold them in place, it's going to help focus the mind. And what it'll help do is create conscious choice. It's going to pull on a certain part of the brain so that you get to have more conscious choice in the way you show up in the world and aren't just reactive to what's happening. So to work on it, you can kind of have the index finger and follow the index finger in so that you're looking down the sides of the nose at the tip of the nose. A lot of people will super cross their eyes. It's not really crossing your eyes. You're just trying to look down the sides of the nose at the tip of the nose. So they're not really crossing each other, just looking down the nose, okay? You can kind of use that finger and help you find where that is. Now, we have a little bit of a complicated mudra. It's one of our most complicated mudras, I would say. So the base of it is Gyan mudra in both hands. Index finger and thumb touch. The rest of the fingers are together. Now, let's see if I can demonstrate this for you. So we're going to kind of stack the fingers. So the pinky is going to come on top of the ring finger, and the middle finger is going to wrap behind the ring finger. Okay, so the middle finger is supporting the ring finger, and the pinky is in front of the ring finger. You're going to do that on both of your hands, and then you're going to bring it so that the hands come side by side. The pinkies are right next to each other. The ring fingers, the tips of the ring fingers, the sides are touching, and the tips of the sides of the middle finger are touching. Okay, so you kind of have like this stacked mountains. It's almost like when you look up at the mountains and you see the different layers, you're seeing the different layers. You got the pinkies in the front, the rings in the between that, and then the middle fingers behind that. And then the thumbs are and the index fingers are in Gyan mudra. Everyone got that? Everyone think they got that? Great. So this is what it looks like from the other side. So you can kind of see I've got my fingers stacked. It's kind of really hard for me to show this mudra. Here we go. There we go. There's the mudra. Okay. Does it make sense? Do you have it? These fingers are all straight. Ring finger, pinky finger, middle finger, all straight. They're just the tops of the index fingers, not the index fingers, the tops of the rings and the tops of the middle fingers are touching. The whole sides of the pinkies are touching. It looks like you got it. Yeah, looks like you got it. Okay, so don't lose that. Keep that in your hands. Feel what that's doing. Feel how that's already making adjustments in your brain just from having to hold the hands on this. This is a more complicated mudra. You're going to hold this in front of the solar plexus. So bringing it down so it's a little bit above the belly, holding this position and holding it so that the palms are kind of facing up. Now, with your eye gaze looking down the sides of the nose, you should be able to see your hands. You'll kind of see the hands below you. So you're going to look down the sides of the nose and you'll see your hands. Great. Now, lock in. Lock your eyes in to that position. Lock your hands into the mudra and start to slow down your breath. Start to breathe long, slow, deep breaths. Your eyes are looking down. You're locked into that drishti, that eye focus at the tip of the nose, seeing the hands on the sides of the nose. You can kind of see two hands, one on each side. And this is the meditation. Focusing down the sides of the nose and just watching what happens to the mind. What happens to the mind when you lock in. How does it impact your brain? How does it impact your perception? Good. Listen carefully. Maintain the mudra. As you inhale, roll your eyes up. Eyes look all the way up. Hold the breath in and hold the focus now up. You were looking down, now you're looking straight up, as high up as you can. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax the eyes. You can close the eyes and you can relax the hands down now and just sit with the effects. The effects on the mind, the effects on the brain, effects on the optic nerve. Sit and relax and notice. Just noticing what part of the body wants to gently start to find movement again, maybe gentle stretch in the hands or the shoulders. Just find a little bit of gentle movement again. Bringing the hands together and finding the hands in prayer pose, right hand and left hand, meeting each other, heart lifting, and having the knuckles of the thumbs gently touch the heart center. Feeling yourself with your own inner alignment, committing yourself to your own personal journey, different than any other journey on this planet. Yourself to your own personal wisdom, unique to any other wisdom. Committing yourself to your right action, the action that is right for you and for your soul. We'll close with 3 long satnams. Taking a deep breath in. Sa Nam Sa Nam. Sa. Nam. And bringing the heads up to the point in between the eyebrows, and then bowing the head down below the heart. So, all righty. Beautiful, beautiful work. Hope that supports you with this full moon and allows you to really stay with yourself during this potent time. If you are interested in starting a daily practice, you want some support with it, you want to get deeper with your breath, my breath course starts next Monday evening, 5:30 to 7 p.m. For 6 weeks. It's a beautiful opportunity for you to build your own practice, to build your own breath so that you have more of a resource for yourself and whatever it is you're doing. We kind of work with two things. One is building your natural breath, and the other thing is giving you a bunch of short practices, 3-minute practices, 5-minute practices, 2-minute practices that you can do so that you can fall back asleep, so that you can feel relaxed. If you start to feel panic, you can relax the panic. If you are feeling unsure, you can't make a decision, you can clear your mind so you can make a decision with ease. So that starts next Monday. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for showing up for yourselves. Thanks for showing